welcome to another episode of Coffee Break with Your Neighbors. I'm Megan, and I'm so excited to introduce the president of our board, Marshall Dyer.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very good. Again, a little bit about Broken Arrow Neighbors. We are a comprehensive community resource center in the heart of the Rose District, serving our neighbors in need. So we're just letting you get a little to know about us as a team, our volunteers, and of course our board, which I'm super excited to have our very first board member on this show with us. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Hey, I am a native Broken Arrowan, lived almost all my life here, and that's a long time. And currently I've been practicing law for about 33 years here in Broken Arrow, and most of my family is here.
Fantastic, I love that. What is your position on the board? We just introduced you as our president, and how long have you been a board member with us here at Broken Arrow Neighbors?
I joined the board in April of 2015, so I'm right at 7 years now.
That's incredible. And you were here for basically the beginning of this building, which was built in 2014.
Not long after this building.
Fantastic.
Came in not long after this building, and certainly was here for all of phase 2, the other building.
Fantastic. I love that. I love that you've seen the growth of where we've been and what we're doing.
And
so
a big part of it, yeah.
So main question, how do you take your coffee, sir?
I take mine with sweetener and cream. I'm not a purist.
Okay, well, we happen to have that ready for you, but also in our brand new cups that for National Volunteer Week, and since you are our most incredible board president volunteer, you have to have our brand new volunteer cups. So
wonderful. Thank you very much. I'll make sure people see that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, what got you started or interested in Broken Arrow Neighbors?
I was part of Leadership Broken Arrow class of 2015. We did Social Service Day. We went to several social service agencies, one of them right here. Remember sitting out in the warehouse and listening to everything that was going on. The tour that I took that day was not at all like the tour I would take if we were touring the building today. But there were 2 agencies in particular that I was particularly interested in. One dealt with deaf children, and I was really drawn to that. But the fit just wasn't right. The philosophy was something different. But then I approached the governance committee chair at that time. Expressed an interest, and in April I was inducted.
I love that. That's fantastic. And Leadership Broken Arrow is how we get almost most of our board members in the past, and I love that. I was a class of 2021 Leadership Broken Arrow, and it's a tremendous thing. If you haven't gone through it, it's through the chamber. Great program. You learn so many things, even if you've been a lifelong Broken Arrowan or someone who moved here almost 8 years ago from the Tulsa Metro, but just again, learning so much about the history and the importance of Broken Arrow and all that we have to offer here, which is pretty incredible. What is something you are excited about for the future of our organization?
You know what, it's awful hard to pin it down. We are in a tremendous, as you know, a tremendous growth cycle. It's hard not to be just excited all the way about the new Jumpstart program. And being involved in that from the inception has been just an incredible experience, and things that we're looking at as far as internally growing as a board and as an organization. These are things that I'm just really excited about for the coming years.
Absolutely. We have a tremendous board of directors. We have an amazing executive board. I'm honored to serve with them. It has been really incredible. We went through a couple of Oklahoma Center for Nonprofit boot camp for boards, which is great. If anybody hasn't had the chance to take that, if you're on a board of directors, highly recommend it. It really is a one-day deep dive into your organization and really communication and things like that with the board and the team. So highly recommend that. Okay, what is your favorite place you have traveled in the world?
Oh, well, my wife was born and raised in Germany. We had the opportunity on our honeymoon to go to Germany for a week or 10 days. The southwestern part, a little town called Oftersheim, very close to Heidelberg. One of the most amazing experiences, got to go through the Black Forest, got to go through sites that just I will never forget. Germany is by far and away, my favorite place I've ever gone.
I love that. I love that so much. My very first trip, when I was actually 5 months old, was to Germany and Austria. So totally understand that is a gorgeous, gorgeous region of the world.
Yes.
So, okay, what book or books are you currently reading, or what do you? I know the answer to this question a little bit. What interests you in news?
And I don't really read books, and I never have been a book reader, but I do read a lot of nonfiction.
Yeah.
I'm probably abnormally obsessed with all things United Kingdom and Great Britain. I love reading about particularly their parliamentary things that are going on in their parliament, things that are going on in their government, things that are going on throughout United Kingdom and Great Britain. So I read as much of that. Right now, I'm also keenly interested in the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Yeah.
So I read as much as I can about that. So I read a lot of nonfiction and news and commentary.
I was going to say news and keeping up on the, of course, world as today is a full-time job in itself right now. So, and as we wrap up this interview, what do you think the community should know? If there's one thing about Broken Arrow Neighbors, what would that be?
Well, and I've watched the prior episodes, so I knew that this was coming, and that question always hits me differently than it hits maybe other people. Other people probably take it as, what would you tell somebody that doesn't know anything about Broken Arrow Neighbors?
Yeah.
I think about people that have had communication or contact with Broken Arrow Neighbors in the past, maybe in the past 5, 6, 7 years, that have maybe lost contact for one reason or another. And I think about those people, and I would want those people to know two things. Number one, I don't think you'd recognize the place right now. It's an incredibly dynamic atmosphere that is going on here, and kind of dovetailing into that, I don't think people realize that we have a staff that would love to show off everything.
Yes.
And so we would welcome people calling and saying, hey, I would love to come see your facility. I would like to look at what you're doing. I'd like to learn more about your organization. I understand that people think maybe that they're intruding, but
no.
There's a lot of staff members here that are waiting for that kind of phone call.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that, because yes, it is, we are still Broken Arrow Neighbors, and we will always be what our heart and soul is. We've just added to and refreshed, and the last 2 years have been nothing but just making sure that we are serving in the most efficient way possible and in the most safe way possible. And I think a lot of people would love to see kind of how that looks different now. And so I really appreciate you saying that. So yes, if you'd like to come see Broken Arrow Neighbors, call us, email us, Facebook us. We would love to, like Marshall said, we would love to show off. We're pretty passionate about what we're doing here. We're extremely excited about some future things and again, just easy to show off a place that you're so proud of. So thank you for that, sir. Thank you for being here today and just letting us know a little bit more about you. And this amazing man is the best president, and I appreciate it so much. Your support of all we do here as a team. And so as we wrap up our next episode of Coffee Break with Your Neighbors, follow us on our social media at BA Neighbors on Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube channel. We actually have some new things coming to our YouTube as well, so be on the lookout for that. So we'll see you next time. Bye.